Hello, everybody. Um, I'm sure you're wondering why it is I have decided to post or make this video. Well, I'm just going to be straightforward, I guess, because that's what I'm best at. Uh, about several weeks ago was the second year anniversary of when Amber and I first got together. So it was our 2 year anniversary. And gosh, I had planned out this whole speech, but I'm just improvising it at this point because that tends to be my strongest skill set. So hopefully I don't jumble myself. Um, any of you who might know Amber and I should know at this point that she and I aren't very materialistic. We generally don't ask for gifts, and we're always hesitant to give them simply because it's always so hard to find what someone might like, and at least as far as Amber and I are concerned, we much prefer memories to trinkets. So, throughout our relationship, she and I have always thought about, oh, what do you want? Oh, I don't want anything. Oh, well, what are you going to get me? Oh, well, you don't have to get me anything. So, it's always been a struggle for her and I to find gifts for each other, and usually what it evolves to is we just pick some really fancy adventure that we can go on. But this for our 2 year anniversary, there was a slight change of policy. Amber had actually asked me for something. She had asked me to sing her a song. hmm I know. I'm a very musical person, as many of you know. So I couldn't figure out exactly what I was going to do or how I was going to do her anniversary presents. And it wasn't until about a month ago that I actually started hammering out details for all the things I would like to do for her anniversary. So first things first, I want to show everyone what I actually had made for her originally before she had asked for the song. Hopefully you get a good picture of this. This right here is just one of the examples of the fruits of my welding program. What this is I basically took a sheet of 14 gauge mild steel. I traced out a design I liked because I wanted to incorporate something like this where it was a cut edge and then the picture would come off the frame. So I traced my design, I cut it out with a plasma cutter. I had to do a great deal of grinding, sanding, polishing to get it to the proper shine and thickness that I wanted. Then I also cut out right here. You'll see these two little ornaments. Which actually traces back to a nickname I gave Amber on our first date, my moon and stars, which hopefully certain people will understand the original reference I'm going to make. I'm not going to reveal it, but feel free to give me the silent nod or wink to my reference. So this was originally the present. Oh, I forgot to show you. That's our adorable picture right there. Yeah, that's actually when The Hobbit first came out. The first movie, The Hobbit, when that came out in theaters, Amber and I decided to go on there for one of our dates, and she and I dressed up in our Renaissance clothing because we're that special, and went to the movie theater and thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Honestly, you have to say it was very good. No, we didn't see The Hobbit. It was second one, The Desolation of Smog. I'm totally out of it. So this was originally my first present to Amber, and then she requested this song, and I was baffled by how I would accomplish this. There's a generous selection of songs on my iPod that I felt would suit what I wanted to do, and being the big performer, theater geek, actor, etc. that I am, I have a plethora of show tunes that I could call upon for such a thing. And just in general, I'm very good at improvising, so I'm sure I probably could have made up some song on the spot that would suit my needs. But there was one song in particular that I heard some time ago, which I am grateful that I remembered. And I'm hopeful that she's going to like it. Yes, Atticus, I love you too. Um, Being with Amber has been an amazing journey, to say the least. I've many of you don't know me before high school. Many of you don't know me before 2021 because that's when I really started to be social with everyone. But I've always been an intellectual introvert, which I'm sure surprises some people, but that was always something that was always the persona I pervade. Oh my god, just sorry. He's a big attention whore. And part of me always longed for to have some deep, meaningful relationship with someone, but another part of me never thought that that was something I could truly have, just because of how cynical and egotistical I could be sometimes. But then, on one of my tours to Anime Detour, I had two wonderful friends, Stacy and Kaylee, who actually managed to work it out so Amber and I could meet, get together, and Amber and I hit it off right away. And here we are 2 years from now, and I'm making a video with one of my cats, Atticus. And I'm just finding myself amazed with how deep and passionate my feelings are right now. I mean, there isn't a day that doesn't go by that I don't think whatever fates exist that conspired to weave the thread of Amber and I's fate together. I mean, I'm actually at this point in my life where I'm actually an adult. I'm actually older and wiser, and it's really made me think a lot more about the future than I had in the past. Like I've always been someone who looks towards the future, but this is the first point in my life where I felt like the things that I've looked for are actually tangibly within my reach. And I've got to be honest, Amber. I look forward to the day that you and I can look back upon our life and see all the things that we've done, all the steps we've taken, all the adventures we've had. Because I know that when we do, we're going to see the most marvelous tapestry. And it's going to be brilliant and colorful, and I'm sure it won't make a bit of sense considering how out there in the ether you and I can be sometimes when because you and I a lot of times don't have the most linear of thoughts. So I know many people have noticed this about us, and they have said that they are worried about us because we can just be so out of our mind insane. But anyway, I'm getting very, very verbose. This is a key habit of mine where I tend to talk a lot and over-examine, over-analyze, over-represent an idea or concept. And it's part of my charm to many people, but I know many people just want to, because I just don't know when to shut up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sing this song. I'm very worried about it. I've practiced this a lot at work, as I've told Amber. But keep in mind that the last time I sung professionally was in like high school, a little bit after high school when I was doing other theater stuff. Because like I was a second bass I was always a second bass, and for those of you who don't know what second bass is, that's basically the foghorn bass noise of vocals. You know, where it doesn't really make a lot of sense. You just hear this foghorn of noise. So I'm singing a song that in my prime would have been higher up, would have been in like the peak of my range. So we're gonna see how this goes. Yeah. Sorry, it's really weird for me to look at the webcam and then look right at the video. So, all right. So just so you guys know, the song I've elected to sing is Daisy Bell, Bicycle Built for Two, which was a song written well over 100 years ago by a guy named Harry Dacker. Harry Docker? Docker? Irrelevant. But anyway, I'm gonna do my best for this. It is a long. I'm gonna do my best for this. Hopefully, I don't mess any inflections up. But I'm sure Amber appreciates the thought more than anything else. So here we go. There is a flower within my heart, amber, amber, planted one day by a glancing dart, planted by Amber Brown. Whether she loves me or loves me not, sometimes it's hard to tell. Yet I am longing to share the lot of beautiful Amber Brown. Amber, amber, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. We will go tandem as man and wife, Amber, amber, paddling away down the road of life, I and my Amber Brown. When the road's dark ache and both despise, policemen and lamps as well. There and bright lights in the dazzling eyes of beautiful Amber Brown. Amber, amber, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. I will stand by you in weal or woe, Amber, amber, you'll be the bell which I'll ring, you know, sweet little Amber Brown. You'll take the lead in each trip we take, then if I don't do well, I will permit you to use the brake, my beautiful Amber Brown. Amber, amber, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. All right, that was my song. Sorry about Atticus. He always gets whiny whenever I'm singing. I don't know what that's about. I also you should have been inside my head every day at work for the past 2 weeks. I've been thinking of all these little cutesy little prop things. Oh wow, there we go. Cutesy little prop things that I could do, and I thought it'd be too canny and cliche, and it might mess up some of the effect of the video. So, Amber, I hope you like the video. I thought this would be romantic and sweet. Maybe it's too dorky, but then again, people always say that they're so disgustingly blah, 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 about how in love we are. Like, it's just a phrase that I hear a lot about how it's disgusting how so romantic and beautiful and in love we are. So I figure this video would fit into that kind of niche. Um, yeah, I can't believe it's been 2 years, Amber. Every day I'm grateful to have you in my life, and I hope you can appreciate everything that I hope that you and I will one day have together. And hopefully this video excited you, made you laugh, giggle, blush like a little schoolgirl. Because I gotta be honest, I'm kind of get off the video, Sean. Get off the video, or else you're gonna blush too much. I guess there's not much else to say. I just hope you enjoy the video. Happy 2-year anniversary, and yeah, Amber, my heart of heart and moon and stars. I love you. Happy anniversary.